Hello, it's Rachel from Ladle by Ladle, and today we're talking about getting through the holidays and all the fear foods and triggers that come along with that when you're recovering from an eating disorder. And we're gonna do it while I... This week is American Thanksgiving, which means a lot of food and a lot of nosy relatives asking you insensitive and intrusive questions. Most likely. If you're recovering from an eating disorder, any holiday that is hallmarked by food can be difficult and triggering. When I was sick, I definitely wanted to avoid these situations, but oftentimes you can't. And in truth, you really shouldn't. Your eating disorder should not hold you back from spending time with loved ones and enjoying these moments, which are memories that can last forever. That sounded so cheesy, but I don't know how else to say that and still get my point across. Anyway, it's a shame to sacrifice that for any reason. I'm so good at making sandwiches. Here are a few tips that I have for navigating this time. And these tips can also be applied to other situations where fear foods and triggers are present. My first tip is to find a friend. Whether it's a parent, a sibling, a cousin, a grandparent, someone that you'll be around while the meal is being served that you trust. Stop eating my food. Stop it. Someone you can confide your fears and worries to so that you don't have to feel so isolated. Tell them you're recovering from an eating disorder. It's okay to let them in. There is no shame in what you are going through. This person can also hold you accountable throughout the meal and ensure you eat. My second tip is do not compensate. Now, I was so guilty of this when I was going through my eating disorder. Listen, you don't have to have a full-on binge to have a successful holiday. However, eating an above average size meal is normal during this time of year. And doing so should not make you feel guilty, gluttonous, or sad. Food is yummy. Holiday food is super yummy, and eating a lot of it is totally great and super normal. So with that being said, do not compensate means do not eat less in preparation for this big meal, and certainly do not eat less or nothing at all the next day to compensate for the large meal you had the day before. This is just a counterintuitive thought because not only does this completely knock your metabolism out of whack, it's also just not a healthy way to think about food, and it's a behavior you should be consciously working on correcting anyway. 3. When anyone makes a comment about your weight, positive or negative, do not internalize what they are saying. I know that these comments can be really hard to hear, but others don't always know what you're going through, and these things are not said to hurt you. My little tip that I repeat to myself constantly when these comments come up is that if someone else is making a comment about my weight or my food choices, it really says a lot about their own insecurities with their weight or their food choices. And while that's sad that that person has those insecurities, it's not fair that they're projecting them on me, and what they are projecting on me has really nothing to do with my actual situation, and it's best to just ignore. Just try and remember that when it happens. That always helps me. My final tip, and I think you may see this coming, is to just be kind to yourself. I know that your eating disorder voice will be screaming at you as you sit down at that table and face your fears. And you are so brave for doing this. It's a lot harder than people realize, and I give you credit for putting yourself in that situation and fighting through it. This is recovery, and hopefully next year it won't be difficult at all. You can do this, you are strong, and you are beautiful. It isn't easy to face your fears. And it isn't silly to be terrified of a slice of bread or stuffing or cranberry sauce or whatever is going to be coming at you this week. However, being afraid of these foods is irrational and counterintuitive, and I'm sure you already know that. So working through them as you move forward in your recovery, it's a must. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody, if you are celebrating, and please let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food item, I guess. Mine is probably mashed potatoes. I'm going to be making my own vegan mashed potatoes this year because I'm vegan now, and I cannot imagine getting through Thanksgiving without mashed potatoes, so I have to make sure that I have my ones that I can eat there. But anyway, yeah, let me know your favorite food. I'd love to hear it, or what your plans are this weekend. As always, please take a moment to like and subscribe to my channel. On this channel, we talk about veganism, intuitive eating, eating disorder recovery, self-love, and body positivity. And I'd love for you to join me. My cat was just sitting down there like a dog waiting for me to drop part of my sandwich. Here, I'll show you. Hey babe, what you doing down there? You waiting for me to drop my food? Oh, so cute. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.